Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer begins by stating that this review will likely answer many potential questions about this electric bike. The shipping experience, handled by FedEx, was unremarkable except for the lack of a standard out for delivery notification, despite requiring a signature. The delivery did arrive on the scheduled day, resulting in a moderately positive assessment of the shipping process. The reviewer expressed a preference for UPS and more express shipping options. Assembly took approximately an hour. While the instructions were poorly written, the process itself was largely intuitive. The reviewer did advise installing the front fender's lower screws before attaching the top one. A significant caveat was the extreme fragility of the headlight plug's pins, which could easily bend or break during assembly. In fact, the reviewer noted that one pin was either missing or broken upon arrival. This required some electrical work to repair. Communication with the seller was pending at the time of the review. The review focused heavily on the bike's performance characteristics. The front shocks provided a comfortable ride, suitable for roads and light off-road use. The shock lockout feature was appreciated. Pedaling and shifting were smooth and efficient, exceeding the performance of the reviewer's custom-built e-bike. The bike's controls were simple to use, though the lack of instructions for powering on the display was a minor drawback. The brakes were deemed surprisingly good, easily adjustable to the rider's preference. The speed performance, however, was less impressive. While functional, it did not match the advertised top speed or the reviewer's custom bike. The reviewer noted that using the throttle alone, without pedaling assistance, resulted in slower acceleration. Maximum speed achieved during testing was around 25-26 mph on a flat road with a fully charged battery. However, the reviewer found that minimal pedaling significantly increased the motor's assistance and overall speed. Hill climbing performance was surprisingly strong, surpassing the capabilities of their custom bike, suggesting that this electric bike excels in this area. The reviewer attributed the difference in performance on inclines to variations in hub motor resistance. Ultimately, the reviewer contrasted this electric bike's performance against a custom-built e-bike featuring a higher wattage motor, noting that despite this, the new electric bike demonstrated a superior experience in hill climbing, even with a lower battery voltage. Overall, despite some minor assembly and speed-related drawbacks, the reviewer deemed the purchase a worthwhile one, recommending it as a decent overall bike.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer decided to share their experience with this electric bike because they found a lack of reviews when making their own purchase. Their aim is to provide potential buyers with enough information to make an informed decision. Overall, this client is extremely happy with their purchase. After riding approximately 14 miles, our reviewer reports a satisfying balance of speed, power, and customizable settings. The bike's range appears substantial. With 60% battery remaining after their initial ride, they estimate an additional 14 to 17 miles of potential travel before requiring a recharge. While assembly took some time, this client found the process worthwhile, emphasizing the enjoyable riding experience. They achieved a top speed of approximately 32 miles per hour and comfortably cruised at 28 to 30 miles per hour, using the 5th power assist level with the throttle engaged. During assembly, two minor setbacks were encountered. The front brake was initially misaligned, requiring adjustment to fit the front tire correctly. Additionally, a screw for the rear rack proved difficult to tighten, though the issue was resolved with patience. The LCD display is praised for its clarity and ease of use, even in bright sunlight, and the brakes are described as reliable. This client acknowledges that assembly is required, but emphasizes that with patience and careful attention, it's a manageable task. Despite only having a limited mileage experience, they are confident in awarding this electric bike a 5-star rating, expressing optimism about its long-term durability. The bike's strong motor, good range, and robust packaging are highlighted as positive aspects. The sturdy construction, attractive design, and the unexpected bonus of space within the controller box for a tracking device are further points of praise. However, some minor drawbacks were noted. A slight delay in the throttle response and power assist system, though not a significant concern, could be improved. The battery level indicator, displayed as bars rather than a percentage, is also mentioned as an area for potential enhancement. Furthermore, the lack of a rear light, a legal requirement in this client's location, is pointed out as a notable omission. Finally, difficulty installing the pedals was attributed to user error. In summary, despite a few minor flaws, this reviewer highly recommends this electric bike, particularly to those hesitant due to a lack of available reviews.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer, someone who has long lived with Tourette syndrome and consequently lacked a driver's license, found this electric bike to be a transformative solution for their mobility needs. The sheer speed of this electric bike immediately impressed our reviewer, reaching speeds of 27 miles per hour uphill and a remarkable 35 miles per hour downhill proved the bike's powerful capabilities. This client readily admits to a minor mishap during assembly, a busted knuckle, but unequivocally states the injury was worth the outcome. The experience of riding this electric bike exceeded all expectations. This electric bike allowed our reviewer not only to keep pace with city traffic, but also required them to frequently slow down to avoid exceeding speed limits. The initial speed and acceleration of the electric bike took some getting used to. The unexpected power initially surprised the reviewer, presenting a slight learning curve in controlling the bike's rapid responsiveness. This client notes, quite rightly, that higher speeds naturally reduce maneuverability, making turns more challenging. Experiences riding on sidewalks further highlighted this aspect. Navigating obstacles on sidewalks at higher speeds presented a significantly more stressful experience than riding on the road. The swift acceleration and high top speed, which initially surprised our reviewer, became an asset once they adjusted to the bike's responsiveness. While the powerful performance of this electric bike presented an initial challenge, this client's overall impression is overwhelmingly positive. Despite the initial learning curve and the minor setback during assembly, the convenience and speed provided by this e-bike have made it a worthwhile purchase that significantly improved the reviewer's mobility and independence. Ultimately, this electric bike is deemed a valuable and satisfying purchase, even with the need to adapt to its remarkable capabilities. That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Let's chat in the comments. See you in the next one.